All right, everyone, welcome back. Today's lesson is the rise of war. So here's our objectives and standards. Summarize the moves Germany made in its quest. Analyze why some were against appeasement. Evaluate how the German blitzkrieg used new military technology. And explain Hitler's decisions to invade Denmark and Norway. And if you would, please, again, take a look at the standards, if you would. Okay, vocabulary preview. I know there's a couple of words here. Appeasement, non-aggression pact. In the green, we have Munich Agreement. In the orange, Luftwaffe. And in the purple, Blitzkrieg. All right, think about this. So after we just looked over the vocabulary words in the vocabulary preview, do any of the words give you an idea about what this lesson may be about or what we're going to discuss? Now, there is a question at the top of this lesson you'll see, and I just want you to respond to this question. Were there any vocab words that stood out to you that maybe you say, what are we going to be talking about today, or what is this lesson possibly talking about? And our essential question: how did the world move closer to war? So Germany makes decisions. So Hitler met with top military officials in 1937 to discuss the future of Germany. He wanted to take control of territory to help the country grow and expand. His plan included conquering the neighboring countries of Austria and Czechoslovakia. I know my map is small down there, so I apologize, but in the pinkish reddish color, salmon color, I guess, is the country of Austria. So you can kind of see that to the north there a little bit is Germany, and then to the other side of Germany is the Czech Republic, which was Czechoslovakia. Okay, so Germany is very close to these two countries and is planning on taking them for itself. So after World War I, Austria was created from the remainder of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Remember that, this was broken up after World War I because Austria-Hungary had been a strong country. Many Austrians were in fact German and wanted unification between both countries. They wanted to be part of Germany. So in 1938, Hitler marched troops into Austria unopposed. He's pretty much welcomed by the Austrians, and he forms a union. In fact, Hitler himself, from what I understand, was Austrian. So this is a welcomed union. So the world watched and does nothing. Again, maybe this, looking back now, we could maybe say maybe this was a sign of things to come. But again, the world just kind of says, okay, no big deal. Hitler then turned his aim towards Czechoslovakia. Okay, the Sudetenland, excuse me, was a western mountainous area that contained about 3 million Germans in the country. Okay, so it's in Czechoslovakia. It's on the western part of the border with Germany, and it has about 3 million Germans there. Hitler wanted the area to expand German territory and to gain natural resources from the area. So Hitler states that the Germans in that area, in the Sudetenland, are being abused by Czechoslovakia. So he begins building up troop strength along the border between Germany and Czechoslovakia. Now, France and Great Britain go, whoa, 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 hold on, calm down there. What's going on? So they say, well, we're going to protect Czechoslovakia here. You can't just, start a war with someone like this, with no real reason per se. So they promise to protect Czechoslovakia. So Hitler says, whoa, 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 I'm not going to do anything. Everybody calm down, take a breather. He invites the French Premier Edouard Daladier, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and the British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain to Munich, to Germany, to discuss what the issue is. So Hitler stated that the annexation, or the taking of the Sudetenland, would be his last territorial go. Hitler goes, listen, I just need this piece of territory, and then I'm done. I promise. I won't invade anybody. I won't create a war. Everybody can, relax, okay? So remember, a lot of the World War I memories are still fresh in a lot of these people's minds. So to avoid a possible war, Daladier and Chamberlain believe Hitler, and they sign what's called the Munich Agreement. And what this stated was that the Sudetenland would be signed over to Germany, and Germany has control of this part of the territory of Czechoslovakia now. And many believe that this would be the end of it. People thought, okay, Hitler's satisfied, everyone else is happy, we can go on about our lives. Well, that's not going to be the case, unfortunately. Now, some were more cautious of the agreement and of Hitler. One of these was Winston Churchill. He was the rival or the opponent of Neville Chamberlain in government in Great Britain, and he believed that appeasement, or just giving up something to an aggressor, like kind of giving something to a bully or just giving in to them, was wrong. He believes that Hitler is going to continue his conquest of territory, and says maybe somebody should stand up to this guy. So here's a picture of Winston Churchill, and also Neville Chamberlain on the right-hand side. Churchill's on the left. And again, Churchill is, realizing that Hitler is more dangerous than people think he is. So Germany expands its goals. So shortly after signing the agreement, Germany invaded and took control of the rest of Czechoslovakia. So they went against their agreement. And again, Hitler says he wants more things. He turns his goals towards more territory, especially Poland. Again, Hitler claims that Poland has been treating Germans in the area badly or poorly. So, but the one thing is that Poland shared a border with the Soviet Union, or territory with the Soviet Union. So an attack on Poland could bring a conflict between Germany and the Soviet Union. So Hitler's a little cautious about invading Poland because he doesn't want a war with the Soviet Union. I guess kind of lucky in a way for Hitler, but Stalin agrees to, make a surprise decision and signs a non-aggression pact with Hitler. So what a non-aggression pact is they both agree that they would never attack each other, that they would never go to war against each other. And they also agreed to split Poland between the two of them. So Germany and the Soviet Union, that war thing, no big deal, don't worry about it. They're going to work together now. So on September 1st, 1939, the German Air Force, known as the Luftwaffe, bombed Poland. And tanks also ran across the country, and they're spreading fear and confusion. Imagine waking up in the morning and looking outside of your house, and planes are flying overhead, and hopefully something that's never happens, but planes are flying overhead, and tanks are rolling across the street, and soldiers are marching, all over the place, and people are screaming and crying, and there's fear, and just everyone's. I can't even imagine what that must have been like. But again, that's what happened in Poland. And this was Germany's new tactic, known as Blitzkrieg, or what it stands for is lightning war. And the idea of this is the goal is to overwhelm your enemy so quickly and so fast that you take them by surprise and that they have no time to react or defend themselves, okay? So this was known as Blitzkrieg, and again, it was very successful. So Great Britain and France declared war on Germany a few days later, and a few days after that, the Soviet Union also invaded Poland. So before Great Britain and France can even, kind of react and get troops together to fight back against Germany and even the Soviet Union, Poland is taken over, and so now Poland is part of Germany and part of the Soviet Union.